The first fact you need to know about wealth creation is that there is a wealthy place. There is a place on earth where you can get to and money will no more be your problem. There is a place on earth that you can get to and you will have all that you need to do all that you need to do. Guess what? It's not a physical, geographical location, but it's a position in life. It's a state in life. And there are human beings on earth today that are already operating in that level. There are people on earth today that have too much money. They did not steal it. They did not defraud people to get it. They got it legitimately by offering products and services and value to their world. There are wealthy people today that have come to a level of wealth where they have had to start a foundation and employ hundreds of people to work in their foundation to share the money. So you cannot ever go through this life having scarcity mentality. Scarcity mentality is a scam. There is money on earth. Every money in this world is on earth. I hope you know that. Every money on earth is where? It's on earth. Money does not travel. So if you don't have it, it's not because it does not exist. It exists, but it's not in your life. So number one, there is a wealthy place. So everybody listening to the sound of my voice must recognize that somewhere in your future, there is a state you will arrive at where the kind of money you need will be available if you do what needs to be done now. There are things we can do now that we could not do 10 years ago, that we could not do 15 years ago. Don't be one of those people that believe that there is no money. The fingers are not equal. Why must you be the small finger? So you need to understand that there is money. Number two, there is a path that leads to the wealthy place. There is a path that leads to the wealthy place. Every one of you here today, you have come from different places. We had a guy that spoke before we started. He said he came from Benin City in that's Edo State, right? Someone else said he came from Ilori in Kwara State. Somebody else came from Ijadiki. People have come from different places to be here. But guess what? We're all here. You know why? Because this address is fixed. We're all here because this address is real. So you came here through a route, but you're all here. So there is a wealthy place. That wealthy place is stationary like we are here now. The address is not going to change. It's called the wealthy place. But there is a path that leads to that wealthy place. So what you need to do is to find out what the path is. That's what my book, Pathway to Wealth, is all about. Showing you how to arrive at the wealthy place. So there is a path that leads to the wealthy place. So what you need to do is to continually learn, continually study on how you will know all the different paths that will lead to the wealthy place. In this book, I shared with you in a chapter on the portals of wealth creation. The entrepreneurship portal, the investment portal, and the career portal. Everyone does not have to be an entrepreneur. You can create wealth as a career person, but everyone must be an investor. And you need to know what is the path that will take me to that wealthy place. So, like we say in Yoruba, Onokon Waja. That means there is no one road that leads to the market, but the market is stationary. So the wealthy place exists. There is a path that leads to the wealthy place. Your path may not be my path. I may get there through entrepreneurship. You will get there through investment. You will get there through your career. You will get there through so. But we all get there once we identify the path. Number three, wealth is created. Wealth is created. In my short time on earth, I've come to realize that every time you become rich, you become wealthy, or you make money, or you have what others don't have, there is this urge for people to want to find out how you got your money. Everybody wants to investigate the source of your wealth. Everybody wants to investigate the source of your riches, but nobody investigates the source of your poverty. You have been poor all your life, they didn't investigate it. You have been wretched, nobody came to say, how can you be poor? We need to help you. No, people don't investigate your poverty, it's your responsibility. You are the one that will tell yourself enough is enough. You are the one that will be sick and tired of being sick and tired. There are many of you listening to me right now. At the risk of sounding spiritual, let me declare to you, over the years, nothing has been growing in your life except your age. But this year, 2024, your story will change. In the name that is above every name. This is a leap year. A leap year happens every 4 years. It means that what has never happened for the past 4 years is happening this year. February will stretch into 29. You are stretching to a new level. So listen and listen well. Wealth is created. It's not automatic. Whatever will be will not be. You have to make it be. An object will remain stagnant until a force is applied. Your life will remain the same way it is until you do something meaningful about it. No one will plan your life for you without your direct involvement. If it's going to be, it's up to you. So wealth is what? It's created. So you must take responsibility. You cannot continue to be a brand ambassador for poverty. Even poverty is tired. They need a new brand ambassador. Hello? So you need to tell yourself, I'm tired of poverty. So if you don't believe in fasting, we are still in the early part of the year. Measure fast for yourself. And let's combine everything together to ensure that this year your story changes. So wealth is what? Wealth is created. It means someone must take responsibility to create the wealth. Don't wait for somebody to do for you what you should do for yourself. Number 4. You have to become wealthy to attract wealth. You have to become wealthy to attract wealth. Say, sir, what are you talking about? Yoi Shina, Yoi Kandai. To be a millionaire, think like a millionaire. You have to become wealthy to attract wealth. You cannot attract who you are not. Hello? Are you ready for this? If you are a 10 million naira person and I give you 1 million, what is inside you will go to work. You will begin to know what to do and do what needs to be done. Over a period of time, that 1 million will become 10 million. Because you are a 10 million naira person. But if you are a 600,000 naira person and I give you 10 million, that 10 million will reduce to 600. Because your internal compass will start working. You will start buying bag and shoe to match, even though your destiny is not matching your bank account. You will start buying both straight. You will buy handset. Before you know it, you will have bought handset without a mindset. You will now suddenly realize that until the money comes to 600, your brain will not work. It's when you remain 600, which is your real level, that you now begin to say, oh, you're going to pound. But 9.4 is gone. So listen and listen well. Money will always reduce or increase to the size of your spirit. It will always reduce or increase to the size of your spirit. So, are you ready for this? Are you sure? You must become wealthy to attract wealth. You must become rich to attract riches. So let me help you understand this. Your present state is not your final status. Now, let me ask you, how many of you are here, you have a car? How many of you have a car of your own? You have a car, please stand up. If you have a car of your own. Now, because you have a car, you already have the car, right? Now, if you take a bus, please listen to what I'm about to say. If you take a bus now, you go to the bus stop and take a bus from this bus stop to Ikeja. And inside the bus, you see your old schoolmate. Will you feel inferior? Why? Because you know you already have a car. You know that the fact that I'm inside this bus, this is not my level. I'm only inside this bus because I just want to take it. Or you are in a bike and you see your schoolmate. Hey, you even greet them. Hey, James, how are you? Why? Because you know who you are. You already have what you have. You are already a car owner, even though you are inside a bus. But if you did not have a car and you are poor and wretched and you see your schoolmate, what will you do? You'll be covering your face, even though the person is also inside the car. They are in a bus with you, you will see the covering eye. Why are they in the bus? Now, you know what that means? You are a car owner, you have become a car owner, and you not allow anything around you to affect you. If you are going to become rich, You have to become it first before you can have it. The problem with many of you is that you are not even seeing yourself as a rich person. So even if I give you 10 million, your poverty mindset will still rob you of the opportunity. Please sit down. Are you getting that? So you must become rich to attract riches. When you become it, it will flow. Are you sure you are getting it? Let me help you so that I can help your mind. Because many of us don't get it. So let me. Please stand up. Open the book. Open the book. Yeah. Read. What were you writing? What I'm saying. So read it now. Read what you are. Number 4, okay? You have to become wealthy to attract wealth. Okay. You cannot attract who you are not. Okay, hold on. So you wrote it, right? And you are reading it. Okay, so just stay where you are. So continue reading. You are the one that wrote it now. Continue reading. Can you read it now? So be reading. Oh, yeah, be reading now. Now, who wrote it? But when he was reading it there, he was able to do that. Why is he not able to read it now? It's far from him. Now, let me help you understand. Are you getting ready? Now, the reason why he was able to read it when it was in front of him was because he was using his eyes. So when I took it away from his eyesight, he couldn't read it anymore. But let's go deeper. Let me show you how the prophetic works. Now, as you are listening to me right now, I want you to go to your bedroom now. Your bedroom. Can you see your bedroom now? You see your bed? You can see the window, the curtain. Now, please answer the question. How come you are seeing your bedroom that is not here? And the book in front of you cannot see. Because when I said go to your bedroom, he shifted. He stopped using his eyesight. He started using his mind sight. That the eyes of your understanding may be enlightened. Why? Because you have physical eyes, you have mental eyes, you have spiritual eyes. The one you use is the one that determines what you see. So I can look at you now with physical eyes and I will say some things to you. I can shift into the mental as a psychologist and use your facial expression and your disposition to psychoanalyze you as a psychologist. But I can now go into the prophetic and enter into the realm of the spirit and begin to say things about you that even me I'm not aware of. But I have to connect and make a download. So when I say you have to become it to attract it, wealth is not paper, it's internal. If you don't take that journey inside, even if you have money, you will lose it. Because what you are not, you cannot attract. So that is why many people are poor, because their poverty is more internal than external. Why do you think they give you money and you waste it before your brain sets? Many of you have gotten money, but you will have made many mistakes. It's when the money is almost finished, but it's because your internal level was at that level. That's why the money has to reduce to the level. Repeat after me. 1 billion. 2 billion. I am a billionaire. Some of you can even say it, you are afraid. So let me ask you a question. When you say I'm a billionaire or you say I'm poor, you don't lose anything. So why is it difficult for you to say good things? Stinking thinking is making you to use your mouth to finish yourself. Say I don't have money. Well, if you say I have money, it didn't cost you anything. You say I don't have money, it didn't cost you anything, but it cost you something. Because you cannot rise above your confession. So all the things that you need to become successful, they are not financial. Your confession, your action, your imagination, your expectation. They are all free. You don't need money. Because of time. Number 5. Wealth creation takes time. Wealth creation takes time. Please listen. A lot of people have become victims of get-rich-quick scheme, victims of all kinds of scams and schemes and fraud. Why? Because they want to blow. Listen to me. You don't blow, you grow. Anything that blows, scatter. Anything that blows, disintegrate. Balloons blow, bomb blow. If you blow, you scatter. So you are not supposed to blow, you are supposed to grow. Because if you grow up, you will stay up. You blow up, you expire, you jump up, you come down. So wealth creation does what? It takes time. You cannot graduate in January, get a job in February, buy a car in March, build a house in April, marry in May, become a father in June, and die in July. No. Wealth creation does what? It takes time. It takes time. Don't be in a rush. If you are doing the right thing, and you are doing the right thing, 5 years later, you look back, you are better than where you started from. 10 years later, you look back, you are better than where you started from. Hello? I was with a friend, went on a visit to see a friend that we're discussing, and he was asking of some things that, okay, because I was involved in asking, just helping him get a property in the US a few years back, and the property was bought for $370,000. And now he was telling me yesterday that he's thinking that maybe he should sell the property because the property is worth over $700,000 now. And the way Naira is now. So I told him, don't. I said, don't try. He said, somebody even advised him that the way the property market is going now, in another 1 or 2 years, the property will be $1 million. See, but that's like 1.2 billion or more. Nigeria. I said, don't try it. I said, you know why? I said, if you sell that property and bring the money back to Nigeria, you can't raise that money back into dollars to go back and do what you have done. I said, you suddenly realize the problem of the currency you are operating in. Because let's assume now that you sell the property $1 million. Let's just assume you sell it for $1 million, and you go through the process of all the process. Because I told him like 3 things. I said, number 1, if you are selling the property at $1 million, don't forget that we bought it for $370,000. So your profit on top is almost $700,000. And so you are going to pay $50,000 of that money to government. It's called capital income, capital gains tax. I said the only way you will not pay that money is to buy a property of 1.5. You must buy a property worth more than that 1 million for you not to pay tax. He said, I said, that's why I'm your counselor, so that I can help you understand. I said, don't try it. If you now sell the property at $1 million, let's even assume that you are able to bring your 1 million to Nigeria. You now get 1.2 billion. And dollar now goes to 3,000 naira to $1. Do you know that you will need like 3 billion to replace the 1.2 to now? So what am I saying? Wealth creation, what? It takes time. There are properties that we bought for 50,000 naira in 2001, in 2003. Today now, the property is in millions. But how many of you can wait for 22 years? Hello? How many of you can wait for 22 years? So when you see some of us now, you say, we don't know where they are getting their money from. No, the money you are talking about did not come today. It came as 50,000 times 500 plots in 2001, paid over 3 years. And now, we can now say, okay, you want to buy how many plots? Say we have 300 plots. How much is one plot? 30 million, 3 billion. 3 billion. But what you are calling 3 billion, somebody has waited for 23 years. They never born some of you when I buy that estate. Hello? So if you are less than 23 years old here, you were not born when that land was bought. One of my customers in that estate bought a plot of land from us. She bought 1 acre. We sold one plot for 200,000, 1 acre for 1 million. She bought 1 acre, 1 million naira. When she came to buy the land, she was pregnant. Few years ago, before COVID, she came to the land with a 17-year-old boy. The boy was taller than her. And they came, so she was saying, Pastor, this land, and they say we should come and pay all this. I don't have money to pay. I said, my sister, you will pay. There's no excuse. I said, I sold land to you in 2003. I gave you 5 years to build the house. That after 5 years, so you start paying security and maintenance. I said 2003 ended 2008. I said from 2009 January, you are owing me 120 per annum. See now. I said there's no, when you come here, you know see land. Who has been keeping the land for you for 15 years? I said you will pay. So she was now just talking. All of a sudden, it just occurred to me. I said, how come? Baby, you know you back to one by. So I said, sorry. When you came that time, you were pregnant. I said, that's the boy. I said, that is an evidence against. I said, my brother, how are you? I said, fine, sir. I said, how old are you? I'm 17 plus. I said, you are the evidence against your mother. Your mother was pregnant of you when she bought this land. And she's coming back 17 years later. You will just come 17 years later and collect the land just like that. As if the person that has been keeping it is a fool. I said, my sister, nothing they share. If you like, call lawyer, call soldier, call the FCC. This land, you are not collecting until you pay. It's documented. From day one, you were told 5 years. Why am I saying that? Well, education takes time. But you see, the land she bought at 50,000 then, when she came back, the land is 6 million. You now want to collect 6 times 6. You want to collect 6 million for 1 million. And me, I will not collect part of it. That I have kept it for you. Hello? Listen to me. You may not be able to buy a 1 million naira land now. There is a 300,000 one in a bush somewhere that you can tie down now for your future. That place is a bush. It will be almost 15 years before it becomes something. Please, don't be angry. What have you achieved in the last 15 years? No, think of it. The last 15 years, show me the substantial thing that you have achieved. Why not start your 15-year journey now? Because before you're very high, 15 years will come again. Oh, you will now be 55. You will still be. Because if they have told you, you know the way you used to do in those days when we were on campus, before I'm 40, I'm going to be a multi. You know the way we used to boast and arrogantly talk, I'm going to be a multi. If they have told you that 15 years post-graduation, you can't buy a car, you will have said, God forbid. But are you not here now? You will have said, God forbid. My father bought his car. I was in the car when we went to buy the car, Peugeot 504 from Pan in Casina. The car was bought for 6,700 naira, brand new, tear nylon. My father took me there as his firstborn. And I was in the car when we drove the car out of Pan. And my father was looking at me, saying, "Oh, boy, so what about Dagba, Maramoto? A Jamoto Tieno." My father was telling me that if he knew that by the time I will be old enough, 6,007 cannot buy tire, he would not be saying what he was saying. So listen and listen well. Word education does what it takes. So forget all this, get this quick skill. You just want to do green. Forget all those things. So, hello. Number 6. There are ingredients for wealth creation. There are ingredients for wealth creation. These ingredients for wealth creation are what we call the laws, the principles, the strategies, the keys, or the codes for wealth. There are ingredients. Please listen. I want to use cooking as an analogy to help you understand this. There are people that grew up with their mother in the kitchen. And when they are cooking, the mother is cooking, the mother will call them to come and stand. And they will be watching. And they did that for 10, 12 years of their life. observing their mother cook. And when their mother died, they still were not able to cook like their mother, even though they were in the kitchen. Why? Because they did not ask the right questions. But there are people that are in the kitchen as the mother is cooking, and the mother will now be turning the thing. Say, mommy, why are you turning it anti-clockwise and not clockwise? You don't know that there is a technology to that one. You think it's just, no, there is a technology on clockwise and anti-clockwise, depending on what you are doing, whether it's ogi or amala or sebo. There is a technology, but you don't know because you have never asked. Then, while she's cooking, she will now put the spoon and do it like this. And put it here. Why was it put here? Not here, not here. Did you ask the question? There's a technology to that. Now, there's a technology to that. Now, when she's cooking, she will now say, Emabo, don't cover it. Leave it open. Don't cover the pot. Oh. Why are you saying don't cover the pot? You didn't know. You will now go and cover the pot. The thing will become, there are technologies to all these things. But if you don't ask the question, you don't get the recipe. Why was salt not put at the beginning? Why did you put salt towards the end? Why did you first start with oil in this soup? But this one, you didn't put oil until the end. What is the technology? If you don't ask questions, you will not be able to get it. So when it comes to the ingredients of wealth creation, there are chefs that have the custody of the ingredients and the expertise of the preparation of wealth, which is what, by the grace of God, some of us have the call to do, to help you create wealth as a wealth creation agent. But listen to me. There are dimensions of relationship you will have with that chef that will determine whether you will get result or not. So if you just eat the food and then you enjoy the food and you are now guessing what was in the food because you are too arrogant to ask questions or too shy to seek help, you can sit and say, I can taste salt, right? Salt. Some people can taste and tell you what's there. And that's what you live your life to try and error. An assumption. That's what some people do. Because they don't want to ask, I can't ask questions, I'm too shy. Or I don't need anybody. All I need is God. You go realize that even God needs man. Even God himself, he say, I sought for a man. God himself is looking for man. You say, all you have is God. All you need is God. No problem. Now, if you meet with the chef can give you a list of the ingredients, right? And say, these are the ingredients that I use. But does it mean you can prepare the meal? No. The chef can go a step further and say, this is the ingredients and these are the steps to follow. That's what we call cookbook. But there are many people that have used cookbook and nothing came out. Why? Because they're still in them. But you can now go to the chef and say, mentor me and show me the way. Follow who no road. And the chef will not say, no problem, come to my kitchen and spend some time in my mentorship. The chef will now be schooling you. You put this is why I'm doing this now. If this is the scenario,